If you enjoy videos like this, subscribe to the channel before the video starts. The classroom was quiet. Stars shone outside the large windows, casting a soft blue light on the rows of desks. The human teacher, Mr. Carter, looked tired. His eyes felt heavy, and he tried to hide the sadness inside him. Today was just another day of teaching, but this class was different. His students were not human. They were aliens, small and curious, with shiny skin and large eyes that seemed to see everything. "Teacher," a soft voice spoke. Mr. Carter turned. One of his students, a young alien girl with green skin and sparkling eyes, looked at him curiously. She tilted her head and asked a simple question, but it struck him like a lightning bolt. "Why? Are tears falling from your eyes?" Mr. Carter froze. He blinked, unsure of how to answer. No human had ever asked him this question before. Tears were normal for humans. They cried when they were sad, happy, or even frustrated, but explaining this to an alien was not easy. I'm okay," he said softly, wiping his eyes. But the aliens did not move. Their eyes stayed on him, wide and unblinking, full of curiosity. "Teacher, we do not understand," the alien girl said. "Humans cry, but why? What does it mean?" The classroom was still again. Mr. Carter took a deep breath. He wanted to answer, but the words felt heavy. How could he explain sadness, loss, and fear to beings who had never felt these things? The aliens whispered to each other, curious. Their voices were soft, like wind through glass. Mr. Carter could feel their eyes on him, and he suddenly felt very small. He wanted to hide, but he knew hiding would only make things stranger. He tried to smile. "Sometimes, tears fall when your heart feels full," he said. The aliens tilted their heads, still confused. One of the other alien students, a tall boy with silver skin, leaned forward. "Your heart feels full? Full of what?" "Full of feelings," Mr. Carter said slowly. "Sometimes feelings are happy. Sometimes, they are sad." He paused, looking at the stars outside. Memories of Earth came to him, memories he had tried to forget. Wars, lost friends, lonely nights. Tears had fallen many times, but he had never explained why. The young green-skinned alien girl stared at him quietly. Then she whispered, almost to herself, "We do not understand why you hurt yourself so much, teacher." Mr. Carter's heart tightened. Her words were simple, but they carried a strange truth. Humans cried because they felt deeply. Because they cared. Because they loved. And sometimes, that love hurt. He walked out of the classroom for a moment, needing air. The blue light of the stars seemed colder now. Behind him, the aliens watched, their eyes wide and thoughtful. They were not angry or mocking. They were curious, fascinated by this strange human who cried without reason they could understand, and in that quiet moment, Mr. Carter realized maybe the aliens would never truly understand tears. But maybe, they could learn something more important: why humans fight, live, and love, even when it hurts. The classroom was empty. Or at least, it looked empty at first. Shadows moved across the walls, though no human should have been there. Mr. Carter stepped inside, still thinking about the alien girl's words. "We do not understand why you hurt yourself so much, teacher." He had tried to shake it off, but her question stayed in his mind, heavy like a stone. Then he noticed something strange. A soft, glowing light came from one corner of the room. The young green-skinned alien girl hovered there, her eyes reflecting the glow. "Teacher," she said softly, "come with me." He hesitated. Normally, students didn't call him like this after class. But curiosity got the better of him. He followed her through a narrow corridor, down twisting hallways filled with glowing symbols he had never seen before. Finally, they reached a small chamber. Inside, the walls were covered in holograms. Stars, planets, and strange alien cities floated in midair. The girl pointed at the holograms. "This is our home," she said. "But we do not cry. We do not feel sadness like you. We only understand logic and curiosity." Mr. Carter looked at her in surprise. "No sadness at all?" he asked. She shook her head. "We do not understand it. And we want to." He swallowed hard. The truth he had tried to hide from everyone, even himself, now felt clear. Humans cried because they felt. Because they loved. Because they feared, they lost, they hoped. Emotions were heavy, sometimes painful, but they gave life meaning. Then maybe, Mr. Carter said slowly, your people have strength in a different way. But my people, our strength comes from feeling. From caring. From tears. The alien girl tilted her head, eyes wide. She moved closer. Show us, she whispered. Teach us. Teach us what humans feel. Before he could answer, a sudden sound echoed through the chamber, a warning siren. One of the holograms flickered, showing a meteor heading toward their planet. The alien's logical mind started calculating, panicking. But Mr. Carter felt calm. His heart beat fast, but he knew something no alien had ever known: fear could teach courage. Sadness could teach hope. He stepped forward. Stay calm. We can get through this, he said. His voice was steady, even though he felt the tremble of worry inside. The aliens looked at him with wide eyes. They had never seen a human act this way, not controlled, not perfect, not flawless. But emotional. Real. Powerful. The girl's voice was soft but urgent. Teacher, we do not understand fully, but maybe tears are not weakness? Mr. Carter smiled faintly. No. Tears are proof of life. Proof of love. Proof of strength. For the first time, the aliens watched quietly, not whispering, not asking questions. They were learning something humans had always known: to feel deeply was to live fully, and as the holographic meteor grew closer, Mr. Carter realized this was their first true lesson. Not in logic, not in calculation, but in human courage, hope, and heart. The sky above the alien city was burning. A massive meteor streaked through the clouds, glowing like fire. Alarms blared across the streets, and the aliens froze, unsure what to do. Panic rippled through the city. Machines whirred, buildings shook, and the ground trembled beneath them. Mr. Carter stepped forward, his heart pounding, but his mind was clear. He had faced fear before. He had felt sadness, loss, and hopelessness, and still moved forward. The aliens looked at him, wide-eyed. For the first time, they were seeing true courage, not perfect calculation or logic, but raw, human determination. Follow me, he shouted, grabbing the hands of the young green-skinned alien girl and a few others. Stay together, and trust me. The aliens hesitated. They had never acted this way under pressure, never felt this rush of fear mixed with hope. But something about Mr. Carter's calm voice, the way he moved with purpose despite the chaos, made them follow. As they ran through the crumbling streets, he noticed a small alien child trapped under debris. Without thinking, Mr. Carter lifted the heavy metal beam with all his strength. The child's eyes were wide with disbelief. Teacher, you are strong, the child whispered. Mr. Carter smiled faintly, wiping a tear from his own eye. Strength isn't just muscle, he said. It's caring, loving, and risking for others. The meteor's shadow grew closer. The air trembled with heat. The aliens hesitated again, paralyzed by fear. Mr. Carter looked at them. You can do this. I believe in you. Together, we can survive this. Slowly, they began to move, copying his actions. They carried debris, helped others, and worked as a team. And for the first time, they felt something they could not explain: a strange, powerful emotion. Compassion. Courage. The human strength that came from feeling deeply. Finally, they reached the safe dome in the city center. The meteor crashed outside, shaking the ground, but inside, they were safe. The aliens looked at each other, amazed. They had survived, but more than that, they had felt. The young green-skinned alien girl stepped forward, her eyes wide and bright. She touched Mr. Carter's hand gently. Teacher, we understand now. Tears, they are not weakness. They are proof of strength. Mr. Carter smiled, tears running down his cheeks. Yes, he said softly. Tears mean we care. They mean we love. And they mean we are alive. The aliens stood in silence, watching the human cry. But they didn't see sadness, they saw something far greater: hope, courage, and the heart of humanity. And in that quiet moment, among the ruins and glowing lights, Mr. Carter realized something. Humans were strange to aliens, yes. Fragile in some ways. But in ways no machine, no logic, no alien mind could ever understand. They were stronger than anything in the stars, because humans felt. Humans loved. Humans dared to care, even when it hurt, and that, he knew, was the greatest power of all. If you liked the video, please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.